Hello YouTube, this is Matt here with a model review. It's been a while, hasn't it? We've had Hornby announcements, Bachmann announcements, and also lockdown. What a fun activity that's been. So, like most of you, or most of us, we've all gone back to our hobbies, doing things, selling things, and various other bits and pieces. Obviously Hornby made quite a big announcement which turned quite a few heads. Doing their own range of generic carriages available in various liveries like North British, BR as well, Great Western, LNWR, LNER, London, Brighton, South Coast, which is one you can see here, as well as quite a few others. I'll put a full list up at some point in the description. So I thought, well, I've just about got enough money to buy one, and because I have quite a few LBS&CR carriages, I thought I would buy one, as I need an extra third to put in amongst my sets of four-wheelers. So this has been a welcome addition to Hornby's range to put with all of our pre-grouping locomotives like the Terriers, for example. And these have been quite well designed by Hornby. They are, all of them, based on Stroudley carriages in terms of mouldings, fixings, wheel arrangements. So they are based on an actual carriage, which is great. There's some various roof details, so gaslight, oil lit, also 6-wheel and 4-wheel. There's no 6-wheelers in the LBSC range, I don't think, off the top of my head. I wish they had done an all first, because I was looking for one as well as a 6-wheeler, but they haven't. This costs £37 from derails, which turned up today, ordered yesterday. And this one is the illuminated version, or the one with lights, as you can see, with the magnet. So, really looking forward to have a look at these. They're affordable, good price, and you can't get more for your money, really, in terms of £37. A kit of one of these costs you about £37. And you still got to build it, paint it, put people in it, put seats in it, etc. So they're not that expensive when you look at it like that. So let's have a closer look at this carriage. So this particular model from Hornby is R40116A. It is in London, Brighton, South Coast livery. It's an all third and it's numbered 881. This comes with lights, as already mentioned, ordered from derails, price around about 37. There's obviously a lower range version without lights, so it's a little bit cheaper. But let's have a look at this carriage in the natural daylight before it gets too dark. So, the end. Start on this end. So, we keep the price point in mind of about 25 to 30 odd pounds. So the end details are all moulded on, so steps, lamp brackets and grab handle. Also got a Westinghouse air brake pipe as well, just there, as well as a hook. Now the buffers are interesting, to say the least, and it's caused quite a lot of questions to be asked why they are like they are. Now on some photos you can see, and even with the human eye you can see they are concave, which means an inward sort of bowl appearance. For some reason they've been caught out by a photo or a trick of lights or something. These originally never did have buffers, they were close coupled, but for some reason they put concave buffers on it, so bizarre, not quite sure why, but there you are, it has them. They're not sprung, but they are turned metal, and you can dull them down if you wish, if they're a bit too much in your face. So overall it's nice and basic. You've got your NEM pocket. If you're a KD user, it takes an NEM KD19, which is the UK variant type. Now, as I said, these carriages are air braked, so you can see an air brake actuator there just underneath. There's not much detail on the underside, as you can see. Nice metal wheels with moulded wooden insert. Springs are nicely done. The quite big springs on that one, rather than the converted ones on various preservation railways. And of course underneath with lights you've got a tab here to pull out to activate the battery. Now like most items with batteries, you've got a safety tab so it doesn't get activated by a magnet in the post. So we'll pull that out and the lights come on. Actually, there you go, you can see the lights in there. To turn them off, just swipe that across. This is not a brand new system to the hobby because I've used one before, which you can see on my other videos. Going on to the side of the carriage, you can see here nicely detailed flush glazing. The mahogany colour to the human eye and not the camera's eye is a little bit on the not too rich side. It's very plasticky in terms of how it looks. When you put it next to one of my kits which had been painted in mahogany kind of paint with a red undercoat, it looks a lot more deeper, richer. So I might be able to do something with it at some point. So the mouldings and the lining all as per prototype, which is great. Nicely printed and nicely printed third, and also emblems, and also have a number. Some great lining on the vents on the doors. This is where it kind of stops in terms of relatable detail to LBSC. The grab handles are wrong for this one, but you have to standardise somewhere. So it's an acceptable compromise. There's no partitions in the carriage, you can see all the way through. Not sure why that is. Maybe it's just something they've looked at and later the LBSC converted seconds to thirds and they were still open. In fact, I think one of the brakes on the Bluebell is being rebuilt like that with no partitions. But overall, very nice, looks good. Onto the roof, you can see the rain strips, grab handle. You've also got the oil lamp tops as well as the bungs on the ends as well, which is great. Going around to the other end, pretty much the same as the other end, just less steps, more lamp irons for your lamps, end lamps, tail lamps, etc. So overall, nice simple carriage and quite a quick review. You can easily get the body off. I think there's 6 clips, one in the middle and 2 either side. You just need to pull them out carefully and lift the body off. The battery is located in a void underneath the seats. Unfortunately you'll lose a few seats because of where the battery is, so unfortunately, well, you will have some empty compartments anyway, but generally it's not too bad. You can't see any of the lighting rig or anything like that, like the other version from Hatton's, for example. They have got poles in the window for some reason, picking up power from the pinpoint bearings on the end, which is a bit messy, looks like an afterthought. But this one is nicely ideated, put a battery in, and it's good for 300-400 hours, I think. So pretty good and looks very nice. So I thought I'd put 2 of these 2 together. So one is the Hornby one on the left and one's my kit built one on the right. My right hand one is darker, deeper like most of my kits, so it's got a nice depth of feel in terms of quality, and also gives it that not so plasticky look like the Hornby one. So there is a colour difference, but it's not massive, but it does really show up when you look at it. But overall I'm quite impressed for £30 odd. It sits well, it looks good, looks prototypical, looks fantastic. Lights are good. You know, overall for £30 odd, £20 odd, it's not bad at all, and it fits a suitable hole in the market. Obviously there are other ones coming out, not just from Hornby but from Hatton's, as I mentioned. There's some intrigue around the 2 of them doing the same thing, but as I say, Hornby probably did start theirs way before Hatton's. So Hatton's looks more sort of, in terms of detail, higher, but of course there's a price point. Hornby are aiming for the lower end of the market, Hatton's are aiming for the higher end. As I said, there's some questionable design decisions on the Hatton's versions. We'll just have to wait and see when they turn up if they've fixed any of that or changed anything. I don't quite know why they got luggage racks in them, no one's going to see them, but either way, we'll see when they arrive, and we'll try them, have a look. But overall, for Hornby, very impressed. Some of the liveries do look a bit odd, like the brake version of the L&ER version. The lining doesn't go to panelling, so again, it's a compromise, but it does look a little bit of a dog's dinner. But overall, pretty good. Look good, does the job, and good for the money. That's all for now. Hopefully I'll be back with another review at some point of whatever item I've ordered. I can't quite remember. There are several. But hopefully I'll see you in the next one, and look out for more items that I put up on YouTube. See you soon. Take care. Stay safe.